57 seconds.
Ah, here we go, and it's Gogol who's decided to fire, Brian, just as you say it. It's the Austrian rider from Trek Segafredo has launched himself within a kilometre to the top, and he's got a very useful advantage. No one wants to chase him. Gogol goes for glory on the climb this afternoon, looks around and sees that well, it's 2 kilometres, I should say, to the finish of this stage, a kilometre to the top of the climb. All very confusing, isn't it? He's got 2 kilometres of racing to get ultimate glory. The points of less interest, the bunch behind chasing it down, less than a minute now the advantage. Katusha to the fore with Spilak, the reigning champion, and they're all setting a pretty relentless rhythm to try and make sure no one is caught out. Richie Porte is handily placed as well. Kilometre to the top for the bunch. They're within 54 seconds. I think it's a little bit less than that.
Yeah, it's still 54 seconds. V-Show's been looked after. They're picking up this intermediate group. I still think that you know, the riders in front starting to race. We're not seeing them yet. We know that Gogo has went on the attack, but I think we'll get a reaction from some of the others.
Well, he's starting to feel the pinch, isn't he? Gogo with his go for glory. 24 years of age, the Austrian rider. Been with Trek Segafredo since the beginning of last season. Moved across from the Tinkoff squad, and in prime position to deliver a big win for the Trek Segafredo team as Richie Porte decides to stretch it thin. He's the leader of this race, and he's going to put it up to the other GC contenders. Is that a surprise?
No, not really. It's the first time we've actually seen him do this, and after a big day for BMC, I think he's just showing force today. He's showing power that BMC are here to show everybody that they mean business, and Richie Porte wants to win this year's Tour de Suisse.
Well, he is going to do it from the front if he possibly can. Down to 47 seconds, still a mile of racing remaining. Richie Porte on the front, cranking out the watts, over 500 as he jogs along, and in his wake, Nairo Quintana is waiting to pounce. Spilak is right there and in perfect position, as indeed is Jakob Fuglsang.
Quintana's gone.
Yeah, and it didn't work out, did it, for Spilak, who's just Quintana too has dropped off the pace. So it's Richie Porte stretching them thin. Fuglsang can't cover it. Enric Mas in third in line at the moment in the darker blue colours of the Quick Step squad. Richie Porte is going for the glory of another type. He's stretching clear. He's within 28 seconds of the lead. Still a kilometre and a half to the top. So it's a great chance perhaps that Richie Porte could ambush the rest of the break. Now here comes Søren Kragh. Søren Kragh is timed as ever. Gogol is spent. Søren Kragh has taken the mountains points. He doesn't care about that. He's going for glory. It'll plateau slightly very shortly. 1.3 kilometres remaining and down to 23 seconds. Richie Porte's been following the wheels all afternoon.
Yeah, one effort has been by Richie Porte. He's not too far away from the top of the climb now, and he's put everybody under the cosh, but this is the man that was told to sit on a little bit. He's in that time trial position. I think he's got enough to try and kind of hold on, but where are the other riders? You see Maxime Montfort just in front, but this is a tremendous effort here by the Australian.
Well, here comes Richie Porte to absorb riders from the break. Maxime Montfort from Lotto Soudal looked to benefit on overall general classification under the kite. Still 1,000 metres to go. Richie Porte from the BMC squad trying to hound down and harry the riders who looked like they had it all ends up for them this afternoon. The rest of the riders in that breakaway group about to be absorbed. They're racing behind, but they're racing for second on general classification at the moment. The stalls are not really paying dividends. Now, meanwhile, into the final 500 metres, this plateau section to the benefit of Søren Kragh. Then he'll have a little dip in the road, and then he's got the final glorious 200-metre climb, and he's going to have to ride it all the way in, because here comes Nathan Haas, and he can lay down the watts, but it's not going to stop Søren Kragh from taking the victory for Team Sunweb. The rider from Denmark, 23 years of age, is going to take a victory at World Tour level, out of the saddle for the final 100 metres to glory this afternoon. Nathan Haas is not going to get there in time, because the victory on stage 6 of Tour de Suisse is going to go to Søren Kragh Andersen.